So yes, back again for this. When last we left off, there was some rioting in the streets, so we had to stay at the bar. Day 6 will start with us at the bar instead of at home, and we'll just, I guess, get right into work, I suppose. Rise and shine. Oh, morning. It's 11 a.m. though. Well, it's morning for me on the weekends. And any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Zaibatu Corps' president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out there, and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knights they spot. So not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. That's cool. Wonder if Say's okay. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say, even safer, wherever he is than here. Well, I sure hope so. We gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Oh, alright. Say, you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay then, let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. If this ends up being like a shorter day, I'll probably play tomorrow's as well, just to double it up, I guess. And here we are. Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Hey, boss. Want to hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer. Chill out for a bit. Mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh, yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. More beer? I was gonna say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table. God, love it. But I think we're safe here. Come on in. Excuse me. Want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind though. Smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Oh, right, boss, you're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold, and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist. I have this hoodie from some time ago, and it's too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Alright. Wait, where did you get this one? Dunno, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing. It's just like one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use, it just ripped? I see. You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? 17 plus I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. All right. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take your time. Meow. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction. Oh, that's just 4. He's just weary of any new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quick enough. Just give him time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat? They usually have green. Yeah, weird, huh? At first I thought they were like that because he was small, They never changed. You have any pets, boss? Back at home, we had a bear. I see. What? Good old Bosco. He kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. Picture here isn't something you see every day. What, me taking such a sappy pic? No, a frame picture on printed paper. So vintage. Who are these? That's the one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the left is Gabrielle, her sister. Huh, is this pic recent, or actually that one's from 3-4 years ago? You look exactly the same. I'm only 27. What did you expect? Why they say kids are the ones that get old? I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone a printed and framed one. You two break up on good terms? You even hesitated a bit when calling out your ex. Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things on the way out. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away. Haven't said a word since. Really? Well, it's hard to picture you doing such a thing. You look so happy in the picture. Why have her pick out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me. About missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off, knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. I don't know, felt nostalgic. And miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. It'd be a mess. Yeah, it's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? It looks like an envelope. It's nothing. Nothing? Please, give that to me. Hello. All right. I saw nothing. Don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Damn, you have lots of beer. Well, the BTC gives me discounts and a point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This one is more of a Pilsner. In English, please. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. Don't know, it doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Is this one made with that, oh, what was the name of the base liquid you used at that bar again? Nutriogenic, dichometrical, lidogenol, or NDL. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted water supplies. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And is this one made with it? Let's see. Yep, here it is, near the end. NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch. It serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly. They need it for packaged drinks. I see, and I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. I still have that bottle of rum somewhere around. Do you want some of it? Will you have some too? Not really, no. Then leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. It's not how drinking with friends works. You consider me a friend then, boss? Why wouldn't I? I don't know. What with being my boss and all, I'm never sure. Well, in case you had any doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Besides, you and Gil are always so diligent and responsible that I'm boss in name only anyway. That's good to know. On a side note, it surprises me you kept that poster of me in the room. And even more that you hung it in plain sight. Hold on. I'm gonna down this beer real fast because she just called it out. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know. Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot on the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny, too. True. It's not true. It's not true. There we go. I guess it's like if someone gave you, dunno, a dildo-shaped trophy or something and you had it in there as a conversation starter. Although, no one comes here anyways, so it's kind of pointless. What? No steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think, and I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can dish out the pain. No, nothing of the sort. A different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess. A not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy. Did you just call me dildo face? That's what friends are for. Hey Jill, where did you get that black 4-ball? Well, as with any black cat or house cat, in general, he's actually a stray. Found him in the alleys near the building, not long after I moved here, I think. Ah, I see. Quite the sight, though. He was cornered by all those dogs. They were keeping their distance. He was holding his ground, hissing and scratching as much as he could. There's a fried chicken bucket nearby that had some rainwater in it, so I threw the water over the dogs. They ran, and I figured the cat's mom would be nearby, so I left. Then I noticed people looking in my direction as I walked. Turns out the little shit started following me. So you brought it home? At first, I wanted to see if I could find him a new home, but having him welcome me whenever I came back was just too much for my heart, so he ended up staying. It was destiny, girl. When he came, he was so cute, though. Not like the fat mass that's sleeping on the table. Hey, you're not a spring chicken yourself, you know. Meow. Oh ho. Shit, I actually did that in front of someone else? Oh ho 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 ho. Anyway. Don't anyway me. Do you normally speak for your cat like that? Maybe. I wonder if Gil's alright. You worried about him? You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. He does? I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it. Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How'd you meet such a guy? He showed up in the door of the bar. He... what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have any money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Yeah. I tried and failed to find out anything about him, so I decided to take him at face value. I judge him from what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally. What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. See, you've made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker. Can't remember her name. Alma? I was gonna say Armitage. It's an anime reference. Well, she's hot. I'll give her that much. She's also a nice person in general, but damn, she's hot. You alright, Jill? Yeah, why? Well, it's weird to see you say so openly that someone's hot. But even you can see she has a hot body. You'll find no objections here. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about taking her to a room and... Jill, you sure you aren't drunk? I am. I mean, I'm sure I'm not. I mean... Those are thoughts I leave to myself. I don't think I could handle her in a relationship. She has weird standards. Then she's as straight gets. She's still a lovely person, though. And that she became a regular is a blessing. Any regular is a blessing when you get down to it. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Ah, Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather that she takes to it with such childish excitement. Kinda noticed it too, but then again, Lilum can be weird. You think? Lilum operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear or mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they are, well, they're different. Like a different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. Lilum get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies, so if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. Ooh, you know what? It is possible. Armitage is something that but if it is in Shadowrun, like one of the games, and not the tabletop, it's probably a reference to the anime. To be completely honest. The name Lilum is a bit weird, though. It is? You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilum doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them the R slur, and doll is like calling them fake. I don't like saying that word. Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lilum? As far as I know, because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilum are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Is that an Evangelion reference? Oh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See? Like that. Right on. Right on. Yeah, I would imagine that's actually an Armitage reference in the anime as well. Though, I don't know. I mean, it could be. I'd have to look up the etymology of the word Armitage to really kind of see why it's so associated with, like, cyberpunk. Namesake, while the plot of the video game he appeared in was loosely adapted from Robert Sherritt's novel Never Deal with a Dragon. Name Armitage is a reference to a character from William Gibson's novel Neuromancer. Ah, yes, okay. Published in '84, and possibly the most influential book in the cyberpunk genre. However, Jake Armitage more closely resembles the main protagonist in Neuromancer, Henry Case. Ah, yes. Okay. All right, that makes sense. Okay, that would explain why. Okay. All right. All right. In this, though, nope. It's probably a reference to that. Not the anime. I watched that. It's been a while since I've seen it. No big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. It had everything, from the dolls, to the costumes, to the lunchbox. Didn't it help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere? A couple episodes once, they were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invited enemies, and yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kid show, even by today's standards. Just the fact that our enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Challenging as fuck. Oh, you got excited there. That is the problem. Back then I was obsessed with Jules. Sang the songs, dressed like her. Could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's beside the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school. What a surprise! Tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules. I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I worried about jerkasses singing the theme tune of the show mocking me. Anyways, every time someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet, it affects you even today. Nothing wrong with that, though. It's actually kind of reasonable. Sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? Oh, when I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with kids bigger than me. Then puberty happened, and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. And the less I talk about those years, from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. Say, boss, how do you like them men? 2D. 2D? Yes. I don't mind anything as long as they don't that thing is cute or 2D. How about you? Back in high school, I liked them funny. In college, I liked them successful. After a while, I just wanted them stable. And now, I don't know. I stopped caring about them being funny. My high school boyfriend started conflating cheering me up with mocking me when I'm down. I also stopped caring about them being successful. I realized half the time they had no qualms about cheating with me or on me. And I stopped caring about them being stable. I realized they were the kind of person I was trying not to become. Not become stable. There was this guy who became so obsessed with holding a stable job that he hated. He started being physically ill. Not only that, the last time I managed to get some, I ended up throwing the guy out. He took incredible offense with how I smoked on the bed after sex. Well, the bed could catch fire, you know. Not you too. I kind of envy Alma for that. At least when she dumps a guy, it's for a little less petty reasons. You okay? I'm fine. It's just, it all boils down to the fact that I can't get my mind off Lenore lately. She was all of what I just said. She made me laugh. She had a good position and was stable. She was also smart, caring, and why can't I get my mind off the whole thing? It's maddening. Maybe I should go and apologize. Maybe I should. Maybe that'll make me rest easier at night. Get my mind off things for a while. I don't even care about going back to her, but... Hey, Jill. Have you tried thinking about clothes for 4? Clothes for... Listen, I know how you must feel. But you can't let all of that cloud your senses. Next time you feel overwhelmed by those thoughts, try distracting yourself. Like with, say, thinking what kind of clothes you can put on 4. Yeah. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind you're included in this circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back to you. Anyways, I have this friend I've known for a long time, a red-headed glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris. The one you called for the helmet thing. That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too? She's managing. Got the idea from her, actually. Oh. It's called... okay. It's called Nirvana. And if you thought the city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with there. So, that is the name of the next game from this company, but it's been put on indefinite hiatus due to production issues. Sadly, I was kind of looking forward to it. I still am. It'll continue to be on my Steam wish list until it eventually, maybe, hopefully comes out. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with. And it's an annex to another business. But what else does she do there? I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened Nirvan B in the hotel instead. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy, rich tourists that go to the hotel. That bar is her woman cave. That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with Neo San Francisco Police Force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in the what? I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot. Corporate what? I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyways, aside from you, Gil, my sis, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there are a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because of the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home and college, I went all out. Or went out a lot. But it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friend since moving here is Alma. Oh, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. You know, he's a cat. Hey, a cat's fine too, you know. Boss. Hey, boss. How'd you lose your V card? V, huh? You know, your V card. Your first time, you're deflowering. Oh, that. Well, I'm legally bound to not disclose that information. Does that mean you lost it? Can't disclose that information. Just give me a hint, or... Jill, bad things will happen for everyone if that info is revealed in any way. All right, sheesh. I can only say this. The whole thing is relatable, or related to my mechanical arm. Great. Now you're just teasing me. Any reason you want to know that? Well, everyone's first time is always a mess, but I've always to know if it was as messy a time as mine. What happened? Well, I got all lovey-dovey with my first boyfriend, and when we both got naked, when I saw his dick, I just started started laughing. What? Got nervous? Nervous? Oh! My dick's funny. They're funny. They're funny. They have a sack attached to them, and and they grow, and they're just stupid meat rods. I will agree, dicks are really, really funny. So how'd your boyfriend react? He went flaccid from the laughter, and his shrunk and went limp. I had to work it out for a bit so I could control my laughter, but so hard. They're just so stupid. Stupid meat rods. Jill. Huh. Well, let's see how to move her back inside before she catches a cold. Chapter 2, Amaraga. Oh, it was totally the 12 beers. It's totally the 12 beers.